Well, good afternoon. If it's Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, it's time for Mondays with Michael live, wherever you're watching this. And wherever you're watching this, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube channel, X, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a follow. We're all over social media, so we have lots of content we share from time to time. So definitely follow us. So today's session is a continuation of the 5 Behaviors program based on the book from Patrick Lencioni, 5 Dysfunctions. So today we're going to talk about Module 3, which is all about commitment. It's all about getting commitment from the team. But let's kind of recap where we are in the program. So we're going to go into Module 3. So as we said last time, when people come back to the next module, in this case Module 3, we kind of recap, refresh of where we are with the team. So we always give homework. We want the team to practice. The last session was all about conflict, healthy conflict, having this passionate debate of ideas. So we start session 3 with a recap of session 2. We ask team members how they're practicing, how it's going. They can share those anonymously with me prior to the session with an email. I can share with the group anonymously, or they can go live right in the session and chat about their experiences in practicing this passionate debate of ideas. Now that we trust each other, first module, now we can have this healthy debate of ideas. Now we're going to talk about commitment. So we talked about having this passionate debate, everybody sharing what they want to do, but now how do we get that commitment? Now that everyone has an opportunity, how wide can we get commitment from the team? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We also go back and take a look at the group norms. So this is something we check in every so often through the program. So again, we talked about group norms in Module 1, come back and revisit them in Module 3. So based on that first 20 minutes, trying to check in how things are going, now we dive into the actual content of Module 3. And like what we did last time, I'm going to share my screen with you. And we're going to share the assessment. And so this is what commitment looks like. So like we've done in the other 2 modules, there are 4 survey questions here that get asked of the team prior to coming to the session. And so in this part of the program, we debrief the results of these questions. And there are really 2 parts of these questions. The first part of this question is clarity. Does the team clear in the actual mission of the team, the goals of the team, the projects of the team? Is everybody clear on the direction that the team is going? And based on that, is everybody bought into that direction? So it's clarity and buy-in is really the 2 main pillars of this particular module. So like we've done in the last module, we review the results, and then we deeper dive those results. We take a look at where the team is on the scales. And again, we break the large team into smaller groups. And the goal in those small groups is to take a look at these numbered results and to think about what are the action items needed in each of these 4 areas to move those scores higher. So we break them into those smaller groups. We're in page 19, now on page 20 and 21. So they're actually built in clarity, as you can see here. Oh, went a little too fast there. So clarity, right? And then buy-in. So those are the things we want the team to talk about and why they're either struggling or doing well in those areas. So after we have that discussion, we kind of take a little sidebar turn in the program, not off the program, but a little sidebar turn off the assessment. So when we deliver the 5 Behaviors program, we always run the comparison reports. And for those of you who know DISC, in the DISC model, there are these comparison reports that compare my DISC style to your DISC style. And based on that comparison, some strategies to work better together. Well, there's that possibility here and that assessment here, that supplemental assessment here in the 5 Behaviors program. So at this part in Module 3, we actually print off and hand out the comparison reports for each participant in the program compared to everyone else in the program. So this is another report that gets added to their workbook. And in this case, we have Catherine Peterson, or Peterson, I should say, compared to Martin Gilmore. And Martin, as you who read the book know, he's the chief technologist in the program book. So we take a look, a little introduction, but then we actually compare results of each of the 5 areas. So during this time of the program in Module 3, not only do we have these handed out, but we actually send team members, often groups of 2, right? You and a partner, and they go through all the results in each of the 5 areas, comparing their personal results to their team members' results. So they go through each of the 5 areas. They see where they are in line with each other. They may see where they're different from each other. But then they go through and actually make a plan in each of the 5 areas. Commitment, accountability, results. We have this conversation, about 20 minutes worth of work. And then they come up with similarities and differences and a strategy to move forward. So we facilitate this one in the classroom for about 20 minutes. And then their homework assignment at the end of module 3, along with everything else we're going to give them, is to continue to have these one-on-one meetings with everyone else on the team. I am a firm believer, we are a firm believer that if teams work better at the one-on-one level, if you and I work better together, and me and Mary work better together, and then me and Joe work better together, then we're all going to work better together. And this is a way for team members to have that one-on-one discussion. So after we have those discussions, we come back here to the group team and we get back to the commitment. So there are a couple action item plans in the commitment module. The first is the survey results and how we can take those survey results and move forward, right? That's the first set of action items. The second set of action items is to have those one-on-one meetings. The third set of action items here is, what does it take to achieve commitment on this team? And this survey is dynamic based on the results of the team. And you can see here, this particular team, one of the things that is kind of hampering them, they don't get this buy-in, is decisions are counter to my personal goals. And so if that's something that the team needs to discuss, we'll send them off into groups and they'll have this discussion. At least the top 2 areas, they'll deeper dive and, how can we get this commitment going on our team, which is the first part of the action planning. The second set is just straight up action planning, right? The assessment does give them feedback based on their results, what a couple areas they should really focus their attention on. There are also some suggestions here on this commitment page, the last page in this module, which is page 23. So again, we send them off in groups, they come back and they come out with their commitment. So there are 4 levels of homework, if you will. There's a commitment to the survey results, having those one-on-one meetings, what does it take to get buy-in, and the overall commitment action item. Also, their homework assignment is to read the next section of the book. Let me stop sharing here. Is the next section of the book, 5 Dysfunctions, pages 207 to 212, gives the team more information about the commitment module. So again, we send folks off at the end of the commitment module, give them a bit of homework. Our next module is accountability. And this is peer-to-peer accountability. This is the next module, the next stacking skill set in this program. And I should tell you before we get to accountability that accountability for what we've done over the years is probably the most difficult module for teams to learn. Though trust in the beginning is tough because that's a whole new way of thinking in some teams. But accountability, peer-to-peer accountability, is a real difficult challenge for a lot of teams to work with. I'll talk more about that at our next session. So thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Mondays with Michael live. Wherever you're seeing this, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us some feedback. We'll see you at our next session. Make it a great week.